Okay, it's time for a little Bitcoin pep talk. Hi there, crypto fans. Dick Allgire here on a gray day in Honolulu, Hawaii. I've put the shot up outside my condo looking down on Makiki. It's a rainy, cool day. I love winter in Hawaii. All right, the Bitcoin pep talk. Where to start? Let's start with how much you owe. As an American taxpayer, the federal debt is now over $31 trillion. That means every taxpayer has a mortgage of $247,000. To pay off the debt, every taxpayer would have to cough up that much. That's the debt that you owe. If you're just a citizen and you're not paying taxes, you owe about $94,000. And the bad news about that is with interest rates, with the Federal Reserve, I said Federal Reserve again, I mean the private bankers who make fake money out of nothing and charge us to use it, keep raising interest rates, so we have to pay them back more. We just got another trillion added to the debt by way of interest rates going up to service that debt. So let's put it this way. You and I each owe $247,000. The homeless man who's not paying taxes, he still owes about $94,000. The student, if that student works a part-time job as a waiter or waitress, yep, they owe $247,000. The newborn baby comes out of the womb with a debt of $94,000. The minute they start paying taxes, they owe $247,000. Every construction worker owes $247,000. Your grandmother, if she's on Social Security, they tax that. Yes, she owes $247,000. That's the national debt. And as interest rates go up and as they spend more and more and more, it's going to keep going up and up and up. Joe Biden is proposing something called a wealth tax. Oh, he promised that he wouldn't raise, if you don't make over $400,000, I'm not going to raise your taxes. BS. He wants to tax your stocks, your 401k, not when you sell them, not when you cash out your 401k, just your nest egg that you have in your name. He wants to impose a wealth tax. Think of this. You have a 401k, you have some stocks in that. At the end of the year, you haven't cashed them out, but the IRS sends you a bill for that and you've got to pay capital gains on that, even without you taking it out. That would destroy the stock market. Do you know that people would be cashing out their stocks, first of all, to pay the tax or to avoid the tax? You will see the biggest crash in the stock market if they impose that. This here is a Trezor wallet. This is private property. In here, I'm not going to say who owns this. The person who owns this has some Bitcoin private keys, which are, according to the IRS, private property. So hopefully not taxable under that new wealth tax. If you've been working your whole life like me, and you've accrued something of a nest egg, how are you going to secure that in the future? A lot of people turn to gold, but I'm going to tell you something. The world financial system is not going to go back to a gold standard. The dollar went off the gold standard. They're not going to go back to that. Gold is too heavy. It's too cumbersome. You're not going to carry gold coins around in your pocket to pay for things. You're not going to send gold coins to Amazon to make your purchases. Nation states and corporations are not going to ship pallets of gold bars back and forth to settle debts. That's just not going to happen. Cash is too bulky. They're not going to be sending cash back and forth. If you're into cash, if you're holding cash, you're losing money. You're losing at least 15%. More than that, you're losing quite a bit of money. As the inflation goes up, the buying power of the cash goes down, so you don't want to have your money in cash. Keep your money in a bank. Wait, if it's in a bank, it's not your money. Once you put the money in a bank, read the fine print, it becomes their money, you become a creditor. So when they have a banking holiday, and they will, they'll have a little holiday. Well, the banks are closed today, the ATMs aren't working. What's going to happen here is at some point, because they can't stop spending, the national debt, the service of that, the payments we need to make the interest payments will be more than the U.S. government brings in taxes. And when we come close to that, when that happens, that's the day you're going to turn on the financial news and say, well, trading's been halted on the stock market. The banks are closed. ATMs have seemed to be not working. That's the day when Bitcoin will have liftoff. We're going to a new financial system. Like I said, you're not going to be paying your Amazon fee with gold. Obviously not. You're going to be paying with digital money, cryptocurrency. You're going to see the Federal Reserve come out with a central bank digital currency, a CBDC, pretty soon. You're going to see more and more financial institutions say, well, we're going to allow a little bit of Bitcoin. Yeah, BlackRock. Yeah, we're going to put some of our assets into Bitcoin. More and more you're going to see that. So we're going to a digital future. We're going to a future where cryptocurrencies are going to soar. My chiropractor, Dr. Timothy Luke, I went there today, had my neck adjusted, and he told me, look, I saw this Trezor, it's on sale for $69. Dr. Luke, get the Trezor right away. Get some cryptos. This is not financial advice, but this is a good time. One last thing. The people who looked at the FTX crash and were bad-mouthing cryptocurrencies in Bitcoin last November, when FTX went under, Bitcoin took a dip. And they're saying, see, these cryptos, they're toxic, they're poison. I'm glad I didn't put my money in that. When FTX went under, Bitcoin was 20,000. Today, Bitcoin is just about 25,000. It has more than recovered from the FTX crash. It's gone up, what, 25%. So if you would have bought Bitcoin just before the FTX crash, you'd still be ahead. You'd still be ahead. All right, that's enough. That's my Bitcoin pep talk. Yes, think about how you're going to pay that debt, that little mortgage you have with the interest rates accruing of $247,000. You owe that to somebody, and all debts get paid.